You know those cars that are so crazy that you wonder how they got away with it? People know that luxury cars are known to break the rules by adding crazy features just to stand out, but these traits do go too far sometimes. They might feel the future or look cool, but they are too dangerous, distracting, or just plain silly. Over the years, automakers have had to back off of some crazy plans. This could be due to new laws, safety rules, or just plain poor sense. Today, we're going to list 15 features of high-end cars that were banned for good. You will be amazed by some of them. Number 15, gold-plated interiors. Some high-end cars use real gold inside the cabin, which might sound flashy. The dashboards, gear switches, and trim pieces are all covered in real gold. Rich people were known to be able to get this choice with Rolls-Royce and Bentley. What's wrong? Not only was it pointless, it was also dangerous. Too much light is reflected by the shiny surfaces, making it hard to see while moving. Besides that, gold doesn't do well in crashes. In the end, some countries made it illegal to use reflective metals inside cars, and automakers stopped using gold plating on the inside of cars. These days, you mostly see metallics or brushed finishes. Number 14, pop-up headlights. Sometimes pop-up headlights were used to make sports cars look sleek and modern. When not in use, they went inside the body and looked very clean, but there were several issues. First, the part that lifted the lights didn't work very often. Second, they put people at risk of being hurt in the event of a crash. Safety rules for pedestrians were getting stricter in places like Japan and the EU, and pop-up headlights just didn't meet those standards. In the end, automakers quit making them, and by the early 2000s, they were no longer being made at all. Number 13, TV screens for the front seat. Some high-end cars had TV screens in the dashboard, so the front passenger, and sometimes even the driver, could watch movies or TV shows. The picture on the screen was meant to amuse the passenger, but the driver could often see it too. This became a big distraction that made crashes more likely. Videos can't be played in front of the driver while the car is moving. Thanks to new laws, there are still front seat screens today, but they are not as common as they used to be. Most systems either turn off video when the car is moving or are set up so that the driver can't see what's going on. Number 12, built-in cigarette lighters and ashtrays. For many years, fancy cigarette lighters and ashtrays came standard in high-end cars. Some of them had lighters with gold trim and ashtrays made of crystal. But as people learned more about how bad smoking is, especially around kids, some areas started making it illegal to smoke in cars. In response, automakers got rid of these tools completely. You now get a power source instead of a cigarette lighter. The ashtrays are extras that you don't have to have, if they're even available. Number 11, neon underbody lights. At night, these lights under the car looked cool and made it look like the cars were flying. In the early 2000s, neon lights were popular in the tuner and high-end scenes, but they were also a bother. Some colors, like blue and red, looked like police lights. Some cars were just too distracted by them. Some states and countries don't let under-the-hood lights be used on public roads. People still drive them at car shows and on private land, but it's against the law on most highways. Number 10, champagne minibars. Maybach and Rolls-Royce used to make high-end cars with built-in champagne coolers and crystal glasses for people sitting in the back. It sounded classy, but it got into trouble with the law. Many places don't let people drink open booze in a moving car, no matter who is drinking it. People often drank in their cars because of the minibars, even when the driver wasn't there. Automakers finally got rid of built-in alcohol storage to avoid liability and follow the rules. There are now cool areas, but no full minibars. Number 9, joystick steering systems. Some high-end car brands tried using a joystick instead of the standard steering wheel. It made the car feel like an airplane and gave the cabin a future look, but in an emergency, it turned out to be a nightmare. The road conditions made it hard for drivers to make quick corrections or accurate moves. Results from safety tests were not always the same. Eventually, government regulators made it so that all street-legal cars had to have standard steering systems. Joystick steering was thrown out before it could catch on. Number 8, laser headlights. Laser lamps were very bright and could light up the road ahead of you. Two of the brands that tested them were BMW and Audi. However, they were too strong. Oncoming drivers said they could not see even when the lights were dimmed automatically. As soon as regulators got involved, they put strict limits on the beam's length and brightness. The models with the most power were taken off the market. These days, laser headlights can only be toned down, and even those are very uncommon. Number 7. Retractable license plates. Some high-end cars had license plates that could be hidden or pulled back. People put them on their cars to keep the lines straight for car shows, or less legally, to dodge speed cameras and tolls. The police quickly took notice of this. Soon, these devices were banned in a lot of places. You could get fined or even jailed if you were caught with one today. The choice was quietly taken away by the manufacturers, and now retractable plates are seen as more of a joke than a real feature. Number 6. External spare tires on luxury SUVs. Some high-end SUVs had extra tires on the back that could be seen from the outside, and they were often covered in stylish ways. It made the car look tough, but it was dangerous in back-end accidents. People in smaller cars behind were more likely to get hurt because of the hard-mounted tire. Studies by insurance companies showed that crashes involving these cars were more likely to cause damage and injuries. Because of this, automakers changed the backs of SUVs so that spare tires could be hidden or placed under the car. Number 5. Transparent roofs without shades. Many high-end cars are designed to be the best, and some have full glass tops with no sunshades. It made the house look modern and airy, but it also heated it up inside. The heat, UV rays, and glare became very bad. People on long drives said they were uncomfortable and even got sunburns. When the government stepped in, makers were forced to add filters and retractable shades to all new designs of panoramic roofs. Number 4. Cars without side mirrors. Some high-end cars didn't have side mirrors, but instead had camera systems. These were cooler to look at and were better at keeping air moving. The cameras were supposed to send live video to TVs inside the car. In theory, it worked, but the devices often didn't work when it was raining, dark, or hot. It was also hard for drivers to get used to looking at screens instead of mirrors. Laws in many places still require real mirrors, so this technology hasn't caught on yet. In some places, they are not allowed at all on public roads. Number 3. Full reclining seats in the front row. Some high-end cars had front seats that could fully recline like beds so that people sitting in them would be more comfortable. It was made for bosses or famous people who were being driven around. The problem is safety. If you're laying down, your seat belt and airbags won't be able to protect you properly in a crash. Front seat backs must now stay somewhat straight while the car is moving, according to the rules. The front seats can still be lowered, but only to a certain angle. Number 2. Bulletproof civilian cars with military features. Some very wealthy people went too far when they ordered cars with military-grade features like smoke screens, bulletproof glass, and tires that don't need to be inflated. Brands like Mercedes-Benz and BMW had special programs that let people buy these, but it raised worries that regular people might own cars that could get away from police or get through checkpoints. Many countries now have strict rules against these kinds of changes. These days, armored cars are usually only for officials, moving cash, or people with special licenses. Number 1. Full self-driving without human override. A few high-end names showed off concept cars that could drive themselves. There was no steering wheel, no pedals, and no other controls for the driver at all. The car would handle everything by itself. Even though it was amazing, it wasn't true. The technology isn't perfect, and the laws aren't ready yet. Several governments stepped in and said that testing these kinds of cars on public roads was not allowed unless they had manual override choices. For now, fully self-driving cars that don't need any human guidance are just an idea. In the past, luxury cars have always been about being different, but now we know that not all ideas are good. Some of the features were too flashy, some were too dangerous, and some were just plain silly. Safety, the law, and common sense generally win in the end. It's still fun to think about what automakers will try next when we look back at these changes. If you found this countdown interesting, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow car enthusiasts, and subscribe for more engaging content. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your favorite banned feature? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, drive safely and stay curious.